They ask you to think a little bit in depth and start thinking 4 years from now, and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and 15. Happy Monday, everyone. I pray that your Monday is going well. I pray that your week, I know I haven't posted on here, and I normally post every week, but I really wanted to get this next message that God had gave me to share as well. So I don't like to share anything until I feel like I know it in my heart. If I don't know it, why am I saying it? Why am I trying to tell somebody else to do it? So here we go. So the last message that I did was called Be a Servant. I left that up there for 2 weeks, and I think it's a very powerful message because it blessed me, and I believe it could bless somebody else who needs it. And I just think that the word of God never grows old. He's the Ancient of Days. It never grows old. It's always going to be wise information, wise literature, wise ways of living. We're always going to pull from that for the rest of our lives. So anyway, so I did a video called Be a Servant, and I talked about how God was transitioning me physically, how I saw my life into a life of a servant, from how I worked in a job, how I thought, how my emotions were tied to all those things. And so there's an extension to that. So I wanted more information about it. One day I was kind of sitting and thinking, I said, God, I got the message that you gave me for Be a Servant, right? But I remember as a kid, something that we're taught a lot is like that we're going to dream. We're going to have dreams. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What do you want? And I had those. I had dreams. I wanted to be a chef when I was a kid. I wanted to be a chef. Makes sense because I like to cook now. I like to learn about food, how it does things to the body and everything. I'm very interested in that. Very much could spend hours researching stuff like that. So it's very much a passion of mine. And then I wanted to be a pediatrician. There was just so many things that little Yvonne wanted to be. And one of the things that they try to do, they try to organize, micro plan your life. So now that you have this big dream to be a chef, a big dream to be a pediatrician, they ask you to think a little bit in depth and start thinking 4 years from now, and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and 15 years from now. And they want you to talk to that 15-year from now person and tell them you're proud of all the accomplishments you feel they should have achieved in those years. So for example, we had a lot of activities. We'd be like, okay, so 4 years from now, what do you think you're going to be? What do you want to be? Okay, I want you to talk to yourself, write a letter, talking to yourself, saying, I'm proud of you for being the business owner that I know you are today. I'm proud of you for being the responsible adult. You know, the different things that you thought you would be in 4 years. And it's something I was talking to God about, is that I lived my life in this thought that my aspiration and dreams needed to be fulfilled in the year that I wanted it to be fulfilled. And I remember just even being 18 and like the next step from high school, they say college. And that's a big thing that is like kind of shoved at us, is at 18 you need to educate yourself further to be of like value in this job industry, because you're a value of this earth just by being born, but to be value in this money making industry. And so I was 18 and I had this same thing, 4 years, 10 years, 15 years now. What do you want to be? And I said in 4 years, which I will be 19, 20, 21, 22, like 21, 22 years old. So 3 years, 4 years now, I was going to have, I was probably going to be like graduate from college. I was going to have my own place. I was going to own my own car. I was going to be a business owner. I was going to be all these things. And I'm just throwing all those things out there. And as the years went on, I realized that it was getting a little bit harder to achieve what I thought my life was supposed to be. And God told me, He was saying, You have dreams and aspirations, and that's great. You should have faith and believe. You should see what you want. You should speak what you want. But I need you to understand, I never created you so you can sit here and do everything that you think is good for you. I created you with a purpose. I created you to serve others. I created you to tell people about the good news of Jesus. I created you to be a blessing to the kingdom. Not for you to come here and vacation the whole 120 years you're here. That was not why I made you. That's why when you gain these things, let's say you did gain the house, the college degree, the owning of a car. Do you notice that none of these things satisfy? When money comes into the picture, when the love of money comes into the picture, the love of vanity, it never satisfies. So you need more and you need more. And they said, that's not why I made you. It was always purposeful. It was always planned for what you were supposed to be. And so God was showing me. So any disappointment that you've realized over the years as an adult, that you didn't achieve this at 21 or 22, I need you to understand that's not what I said for you. I let you dream. I let you think. I let you have your own on your own mind. I hope that you would choose my will. That's what God is saying, God's will for your life. But you do have your own will. You can choose what you're going to do with it. But I'm praying that you would choose mine. Because if you live this life thinking that it's about everything that you want, you will be miserable. Because it does not satisfy. And going back to saying, if you find yourself disappointed, and not achieving whatever you wanted at 21 and 22, it's because you never came to me and asked me what you were supposed to be when you were 21 or 22, when you were 18. You chose to put a label on what you're supposed to be. You could have actually achieved what was going to happen in 4 years and could have been satisfied, but instead you put your own will, which it can fluctuate, because what if you get tired of running after the pediatrician role? What if you get tired of having your own business? Because you don't have the foundation, you don't have the weight enough to carry out your own will. That's why you need mine. Because I'm strong enough. I'm consistent. My word is I am the Ancient of Days. You don't need anything else to accomplish what you need. You just need me. And so when God was giving me all of that, I was like, oh, I always do that. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what life is about, huh? He never said that being on this earth would be easy. Like he never said it would be hard. Because let me make that very clear. Just because I'm using like definition words of easy and hard, we know what those mean. He said it's going to be tested, and you're going to be tested and tried. And because you are my child, they will try things against you because you go in my name. He did say that. But that doesn't mean it was hard. Don't mean it's easy. But don't mean it's hard. Because he's saying, I'm going to provide. I'm going to protect you. They can't touch you if I protect you. And I'm just kind of preaching at this point. But I really wanted to say that God's will is better than our own. And when we're really willing to release our own will and give God our lives, we are going to be some powerful people. So, as you may know from my last video, I chose to serve my family. And that's how God is providing for me in my life. And he has not and will never miss a beat. I mean, some things I didn't even know I needed. He had it already supplied for me. Let's see, I can give an example. This car. I went out, that was in the middle of the pandemic, really that year. And I just had a lot of faith because I was like, you know what? As you see the world, we don't know what we're doing. We need God. So we were driving. So, me and my mom would talk about it. Let's get a car. So let's just go. I said, God will provide. If that's what he wants, we're going to get a car. We got a car. And now, like, it wasn't like, me. And I was young, like, just establishing everything, credit everything, and I got a car. Let me tell you something. If you say it with your mouth and you believe it and you will act on it, because faith without works is dead. If you act on it, God will give you exactly what you need. So that's an example of God providing when you choose to serve him. So I love you guys so much. I'm really supposed to be doing other things, but I love telling y'all these things. I just want to see you grow. I want you to run towards God because he has a plan and purpose for your life. I love you guys so much. Bye.